You're casually browsing the web, and then, suddenly, your screen locks. A blaring siren erupts from your speakers. A bright red, impossible-to-close window insists your computer is critically infected. Your banking details, well, they're actively being stolen. It feels like a digital hostage situation, right? Engineered to panic you into paying. But here's the crazy part. This psychological hijack doesn't just fool everyday internet users. It fools massive billion-dollar corporations. $35 million. That is the exact amount the trusted retailer Office Depot paid in an FTC settlement for leveraging this exact deception on its very own customers. Between 2009 and 2016, employees conducted fake PC diagnostics checks that falsely claimed computers were infected. They weaponized fear to upsell completely unneeded tech repair services. It was a massive scareware operation, happening right in plain sight, proving that this tactic isn't just some dark web phenomenon. It is a highly effective business model. Welcome back to Learning with Pratik. If you're new here, I try to increase neuroplasticity by exploring a new topic every day. I do all the reading and researching so you don't have to. Today, we're breaking down a highly lucrative, rapidly evolving digital con game that targets the human mind rather than complex computer code. We are exploring the insidious world of scareware in this explainer. Chapter 1. The Anatomy of Scareware. So what exactly is scareware? Basically, it's malicious software or deceptive web pages that use fear, urgency, and alarming fake alerts to trick you into purchasing bogus security solutions. The core psychological mechanism at play here is absolutely fascinating. It doesn't rely on complex hacking or brute forcing your passwords. Instead, it relies entirely on social engineering. By utilizing flashing emergency colors, blaring alarms, and literal countdown timers, it intentionally hijacks your amygdala. It triggers a real fight-or-flight response. Your brain perceives an immediate threat to your digital life, which completely compresses your decision-making window. The ultimate goal? To force you to act before you have a single moment to think rationally. And this threat has evolved drastically over the last 2 decades. Back in 2004, it started as these crude pop-ups like the infamous Spy Sheriff, claiming your system was infected with dozens of viruses. It was annoying, for sure, but relatively easy to bypass. By 2011, though, attackers had shifted to browser-locking HTML pages. These scripts effectively froze your screen, which really escalated the panic. Then, moving into 2019, we saw a massive rise in remote tech support scams. Criminals built these enormous international call centers, raking in hundreds of millions of dollars globally just by talking terrified victims through handing over remote access. And now, looking toward 2025, we're facing an entirely new frontier. AI-generated deepfakes and hyper-personalized attacks. The technology changes, but the psychological manipulation, that remains exactly the same. Chapter 2. How the trap works. The sequence happens in 3 distinct calculated phases. Step 1 is initiation. This often starts with a totally benign click on a poisoned search result or a malicious advertising, what cybersecurity folks call malvertising. Instantly, you're hit with a fake warning. Step 2 is the call to action. The screen expands to full screen, the URL bar just disappears. You're bombarded with panic and artificial urgency. Flashing text might warn that your hard drive will be wiped in exactly 5 minutes. Then step 3 is the ultimate goal, payment or data theft. The user, totally blinded by the manufactured panic, hands over their credit card for a fake fix, or dials a phone number flashing on the screen. Doing so connects them directly to a scammer's call center, where the trap snaps fully shut. Chapter 3. Scareware versus ransomware. Now, the crucial difference between these two threats lies in their execution. Ransomware is a cryptographic attack. It actually locks your data, encrypts your real files, and demands a payment in exchange for the decryption key. It's a highly technical breach of your system. Scareware, on the other hand, relies purely on deception. It simply lies to you. Your files are actually fine. Your computer is completely safe. Scareware creates a theater of the mind, coercing you to hand over your credit card out of pure panic. It's the digital equivalent of a street hustler shouting that your wallet is missing, hoping you'll blindly hand it right over to them to check. Basically, one attacks the machine, the other attacks the human operating the machine. Chapter 4. The Generative AI Threat. 18,000. In a recent university study, researchers demonstrated how attackers can misuse publicly available social media data to automate scareware and spear phishing campaigns at an unprecedented scale. They successfully generated 18,000 highly personalized, context-aware phishing emails. And the terrifying part is the efficiency of it all. The AI needed as few as 10 public social media posts per target. From just 10 posts, it extracted their interests, recent life events, and specific communication styles to craft the absolute perfect, customized lure. The effectiveness of that AI attack is just staggering. Compared to a baseline of 4,000 real-world human-crafted phishing samples, those 18,000 generative AI emails exhibited markedly higher success rates. They were significantly more contextualized, far more emotionally manipulative, and much more believable to human recipients. The AI easily outsmarted human-crafted scams across 8 different security-relevant criteria. It completely removed that robotic, formulaic tone that used to be the dead giveaway of a digital scam, replacing it with nuanced, flawless language. Which brings us to a deeply concerning realization from the researchers. They stated, quote, "Attackers need only minimal expertise in prompt engineering. No specialized machine learning knowledge is required," end quote. This drastically lowers the barrier to entry. Scammers no longer need to spend days manually crafting these manipulative messages, nor do they need to be elite programmers. With just slight prompt modifications that bypass a model's safety filters, they can scale context-aware, highly personalized scareware to thousands of users with terrifying ease. The automation of fear is now literally plug and play. Chapter 5: Spotting the Fake Alarms. There are glaring red flags you need to watch out for to recognize these engineered traps before they spring. First, aggressive, fear-inducing language. Real antivirus software operates calmly and quietly in the background. It never screams at you in all caps or threatens imminent doom. Second, fake virus scans that somehow complete instantly. If a window claims it scanned your entire hard drive and found 100 imaginary infections in 2 seconds, it's a lie. Real scans actually take time. Third, impossible to close pop-ups that hijack your browser. Legitimate notifications can always be dismissed. And finally, hard-coded tech support phone numbers. Reputable companies like Microsoft or Apple will never flash a giant phone number on your screen and demand you call them immediately. No way. Chapter 6: Escaping and Fighting Back. Commit this exact sequence to memory because this is your escape hatch. If a scareware pop-up freezes your screen, do not click the fake X or cancel buttons on the screen. Those are often just traps designed to trigger actual malicious downloads. Instead, rely on your operating system to override the browser. On Windows, press Ctrl, Shift, and ESC to open the task manager, find your browser in the list, and click End Task. On a Mac, press Command, Option, and ESC to force quit the browser application. This safely and instantly kills the browser process without engaging with the malicious code at all. Afterwards, simply reopen your browser, decline any offer to restore your previous tabs, and clear your browser cache to remove any lingering scripts. But listen, we are far from helpless, and there is a very hopeful note in this technological arms race. While AI is supercharging attacks, it's also revolutionizing our defense. Researchers recently evaluated proactive, prompt-level AI defenses, specifically using a highly advanced Roberta-based detector. Think of this system as a linguistic shield. By deeply analyzing the context and intent of text, this advanced system was able to block 98.1% of malicious instructions before the harmful scareware content could even be generated. By screening requests at the prompt level, we can intercept the attacker's malicious intent and neutralize the AI threat right at the source, long before it ever reaches your inbox or your web browser. Which leaves us with a fascinating yet incredibly provocative question to ponder as we close out this explainer. With AI now capable of cloning voices for hyper-realistic tech support calls and generating deeply personal emails, how will we verify who we can actually trust online? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you have something particular in mind. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, we open a different page. Until then, Pratik out.